One of the founders of the hip-hop group Fugees is facing a multi-million-dollar fraud and conspiracy charge, or several charges. The Grammy Award winner, Pras Michel, is accused of using stolen cash to make illegal political contributions. In 2019, a 2019 indictment accused Michel of helping a Malaysian financier embezzle money from a state-owned investment fund. He allegedly tried to persuade U.S. officials to abandon an investigation into that financier's business dealings. Michel has denied all wrongdoing. So for more on this, I want to bring in Randy Kessler. He's a lawyer who has represented several celebrities and a trial law professor at Emory University. He's also a founding partner at K&S Family Law Firm. Thanks for joining us. So I remember reading about this years ago, and I guess I just thought that it had somehow resolved itself, but it was quite sort of complicated. So can you just explain to us what the government is alleging happened?
Well, quite complicated is sort of an understatement. This could be a whole course in law school. It could be a whole, documentary and a whole TV show, and it probably will be. But generally, the government is trying to say, foreign governments, stay away from us, keep out of our business. And they're saying that he was somehow involved on two fronts. One, funneling money to the Obama administration by paying for donors to come to events and then reimbursing them with foreign money. And then later trying to pressure the next administration, the Trump administration, into releasing a dissident or getting him back to China, and maybe not even helping with the prosecution of this guy, Joe Lowe, who everybody knows is behind the scenes, and he's a co-defendant, but he's just not here. He's in China, so he's not really subject to this jurisdiction right now.
So what is the defense arguing exactly?
I think they pretty much can argue ignorance is ignorance of the law, but ignorance of the law we know is no defense. He was not doing anything intentionally illegal. In his opinion, he was trying to help do what he thought was right. He was trying to influence politics because he wanted certain politicians to be elected or certain things to happen. But certainly it didn't rise to the level of him being an espionage agent of China, is what they're going to say. That's crazy. That's just, James Bond kind of stuff. He was just somebody trying to be involved and trying to help his country in the way that he thought was fit. I think that's the best defense, and that's what the defense is going to be.
So the defense is like, hey, his intentions were not anywhere near as sort of scandalous as you're suggesting. He had access to money. Lots of people make campaign contributions. What's wrong with this? What is the prosecution saying?
They're saying he should have known better, and ignorance of the law is no defense. When you're involved with that kind of money and that much stuff, you should consult with lawyers. You should figure out what you're doing. That's what they're going to say. And because you violated these crimes, we're not only going to prosecute you because you're a public figure and because there are other public people involved and celebrities that may be witnesses. We want everyone in the world to know when you try to get involved in American government and you are in concert with a foreign government like China, don't do it. Be careful. Make sure you know what you're doing before you do this.
Are they suggesting that he was personally trying to benefit from it, or that, financially, or that it was just he was trying to sort of peddle influence?
I think both, right? There's a lot of money involved. When $100 million worth of influence, you don't do that for nothing. You don't have no side benefits.
So what kind of a precedent would this set for how Michel would be punished?
So, we call it a chilling effect. We want this to have a chilling effect on this kind of conduct. We want people to stop doing this. And this is why you see celebrities, entertainers, athletes often prosecuted, sometimes harsher or more vigorously than the average person, because the public pays attention to cases like this. The federal government wants the public to pay attention to this and say, if you know of anybody, anything like this, or it even sounds or smells fishy, stop. Talk to a lawyer. Talk to law enforcement. This may be the case to make the point for them.